G'day guys, the Wobbly Woodworker here again for you guys today. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to sharpen a chisel. Now it's not going to be this one because that one looks fairly good to me. Now I'm just going to be doing this with the equipment that I have got at the present point of time. I'm going to be using an oil stone with 3-in-1, which you can buy at your local home centre or hardware store or whatever you guys like to call it around the world. Also going to be using the trusty Veritas honing guide Mark II. This thing is the best, $140 New Zealand money that is, that I've ever spent on a sharpening aid or device or whatever you want to call it. It allows me to sharpen the many chisels that I've got, such as these Firmas. These Firma chisels are old, made in England, a lot of them, and allows me to keep them sharp. Just let me put that back in there. It allows me to keep all my plane irons sharp. This, I've already put the chisel in here, as I had to grind off a chip. But I put the chisel in here, so this is the one I'll be doing. It's an inch Irwin Maples 25mm chisel. So basically I've done a little bit of honing already. I'm just going to get back my angle that I took off the sharp edge, basically with the grinder, to get rid of the annoying chip that was there. So to use this this honing guide, there is what's called a registration jig that just goes on the front of here, slides along a little bar along the front. I would line this up with a 1-inch mark, and of course the bevel goes up against here, this little nib here, and that is your 25-degree angle. That's what I've got it set to, and just sit it on the stone like so, and run it back and forth, and hey presto, 25 degrees every time. I can do these by hand, but for this exercise, in this video, and what I've got to do, I'd rather use the honing guide. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, The Wobbly Woodworker, and got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, and I'll get back to you. And if you have any suggestions on how I could do this any better, then let me know, as I'm always open to ideas, comments, suggestions. I'm open to all of that. Just let me know. But anyway, let's get to it and let's sharpen a chisel. So I'll also be showing you, not only, it's going to be hard to see obviously because of my camera isn't the greatest, as I'm only starting out this whole YouTube thing, so your support is greatly appreciated. But also yeah, the camera's not the best, but I'll be showing you guys how to lap a chisel as well as get the honing angle. And at the end of this video, if you repeat my process, you will have a sharp chisel. You might be asking yourself, well, hey bro, I don't have one of those fancy honing guides. Well, I will show you a technique that I was taught at Polytech by another woodworker, Andy Halewood. He's also got a YouTube channel, so feel free to hit him up and subscribe. Then he also taught me, as well as the rest of my class, how to sharpen a chisel by hand with no guides, nothing, just the muscle memory of the human body. I can still do it, but this makes it much easier, and there's less room for error. So without further ado, let's crack on with this sharpening and get this nice sharp angle on here, and hope you guys enjoy it, eh? Now periodically you want to lubricate your stone, and another point I should also mention while I've stopped is that you also want to, every now and again, you want to turn your stone over, turn it around, sorry, because these honing guides do wear out your stone. On one side, if you just keep going backwards and forwards on one side, you're going to have a stone with a nice little hump in the middle. It is important that your stone is flat, and it is, I should also show you guys, it's best to keep stones in a box like so. This is Tasmanian blackwood. I made this at Polytech when I did my furniture making and design course. This one's barely been used, and I just keep it there as a spare. I've actually got 3 or 4 of them, but I use this one for the time being. This stone here, the reason why it's like what it is right in front of you is because I inherited it from a friend of mine, and I haven't had time to build a box for it, so that's why it's sitting in a vise like that rather than in a nice fancy looking box like that one. So yeah, we'll carry on with the sharpening and get it done. I'm just going to rotate my stone, spin it around, stick it back in the vise and use the other end so I don't wear it out. You also want to make sure your stone's in straight, guys, that might help, as it gives you a nice flat surface rather than an uphill one. So that's what I just did there, was make sure my stone's flat in the vise. You also want to make sure your stone is in there nice and tight, otherwise if it falls out of the vise it'll break. And a broken stone is like a chocolate stone, not much use. Go to lubricate your stone, if you just get your chisel and move your oil around in the stone with the chisel, not only does it lubricate the cutting edge, it also evenly spreads the oil on the stone. And then you just apply your pressure again and keep honing. So as we can see, that's what the angle should look like. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a wire edge on there, believe it or not. You can actually, if you run your fingers over it, you can actually feel it. It should extend the whole width of the chisel. Carefully take that out of the guide. Now to flatten the chisel, you want to lie it nice and flat. I'll actually do it this way, it'll be easier to see. You want to lie it nice and flat, like so. So that should just rest there with one finger, and we just run it back and forth, using once again the whole stone. Keeping a nice even pressure on the chisel. And we'll just wipe that off. And a nice sharp chisel should have a nice shiny back to it, almost like a mirror. Now, the technique that I was taught at Polytech, I'll show you guys so that you can see it in action. So if you don't have a fancy guide like me, or you don't have the money to go out and invest in one, this is what we do. So you find the angle of the chisel like so, and then you cradle it in your hands, put your elbows into your ribs and use your feet to gently rock back and forth. Do not move your arms, so you kind of like, it's hard to describe, but yeah, you just lock your elbows in and just gently rock backwards and forwards, and that's how you sharpen it. That's how you get a nice, I wonder if this way might show it any better, so I'll try and do it so you guys can see it. So I've locked my elbows into my ribs and I just gently rock backwards and forwards on my heels, and that'll give you the desired angle of your chisel. Back to the honing, got to keep flattening this. Lapping, should I say, not honing, sorry. Yeah, I'm just going to re-hone my stone, re-oil it. Oh, man, what the hell's my language like today? It's terrible. Just gonna make sure it's nice and flat. Now we're going to get a bevel on the honed angle side now, so we just, way I like to do it, just put it there, find its angle, raise it about 5 degrees and just gently drag it back. Give it a wipe, run it over a couple of times on the back edge to get rid of the burr on the flat edge that's gone over to the flat side. Again, find the angle just like you would if you were doing it by hand. Raise it up about 5 degrees and run it back. Wipe it off again, turn it over and do the same a couple of times. Wipe it off, and you just repeat this process, and I'll probably do it once more. And so to finish off, now of course I don't have any polishing wheels or anything like that, so I mean you can polish the edges. If you're going to polish, only polish the angle face. Do not polish the back. That is the sign of a sharp chisel, and it should cut the hairs on your hand if it's sharp, and the hairs are just falling off, so it's nice and sharp. Now I'm going to demonstrate it, so I'm going to get rid of my stone. And I will demonstrate to you with a piece of timber out of the waste pile. This piece of timber is from a reclaimed shipping pallet. Now I should be able to just slice that with my hand. So that is a nice sharp chisel, and that is how you get a sharp chisel, guys. So anyway, if you like this video, as I said earlier, like, subscribe, comment. If you have any suggestions or whatever, flick me a message, and excuse me, I'll do my best to get back to you. And until next time, enjoy your woodworking, make lots of sawdust and have fun. Catch you later.